Okay, to fit the bonnet badge to my partner's SLK 230. Use this style. I bought two of these badges, just so if one breaks I get stolen, I got the second one. But anyway, I'll put some photos up also. So you need to, first of all, you need to prise the bonnet badge off. It's not bolted down or clipped down, bonnet, hood, whatever country you're in. You just carefully prise it up, try not to scratch the paint around here. Oops, let me move that so it overlaps a little bit. Just carefully prise it up. It's got two clips that hold it down. Yeah, just prizes up with a couple of like screwdrivers. I'll put some tape on them so you don't damage the paint. So you prise that up and you'll see that it's quite solid there, but just two holes. Now you need to make a hole like this to get one of these to fit. The reason why it's an odd shape is because it drops in, seeing this photo here, it drops in, and when it drops in, it turns like that to lock it and locate it. So that's why you need this odd shape. Drops down, you turn it like this to locate it. There's plenty of stuff on YouTube about that. So anyway, pop your bonnet badge off. Now, this badge that I got, it's the 44mm base. There might be different size ones, I don't know, but this one fits nicely. It's the 44mm base. It's a 76mm badge itself. The hole I needed to drill here was 29.5mm hole. I actually bought a 28mm drill and I just filed it bigger. These slots here are about 16mm wide. And you just gotta, I just filed those, bought a nice new little square and round file, and I just file these. Okay, so that's the measurements. Now, so you have to, underneath is the hood bonnet catch. It's held on by two 10mm bolts. You undo that, drop that catch off. Now, mark it before you take it off because it should go back in the same spot. There is a fair bit of movement in it if it's not exactly right, but two 10mm bolts, take it off. Like I said, perhaps mark around the bolts before you take that catch off underneath. Drop that off and you can see down through there. All right, drill your hole, file these, get this to fit nicely inside this hole. Get it to fit nicely inside the hole. There is still something else you got to do though, because when you drop that through, you turn it to lock it, but the problem is, because these were never designed to have these bonnet badges on the SLK bonnet, this little piece here fouls, when you try to put the bonnet catch back underneath, fouls here. So what you do, and it doesn't change the integrity of it all, this is just, these things here are just for you to grab on, to turn it. Up here is what actually holds it in place. So like I said, this one here, I can't remember if it's the front or the back one on this badge, will clear underneath where the little bonnet catch, the little bolt comes up under here, will foul with this a bit. So I just ground this right off like this, about roughly there. Ground it across there like that. So that little tang there was still, I could still put my finger in there and turn it, but this piece, this bit of steel here was all missing. So maybe if I shade it. So this is what I ground off. The black area there is what I ground off of this little tang here. I said the integrity and strength and everything's fine, and I've still got that little piece there to grab on and turn there. So yeah, you need to, I can't remember if it's this side or it's that side, but you'll figure it out. So that piece is missing. Drill your hole, file it, put some sort of rust proofing on here, drop it down. You've already ground that off. Turn that, it's locked in place. And then you stick your bonnet catch back underneath. Make sure you put your bonnet catch back in the right spot. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. And hang on. There's a picture of me drilling it. All right, and if you don't like it in the future, or if you're selling the car, you can buy badges that'll go straight down and lock down like this, or the old badge will still cover these holes quite nicely, just might a little bit of Sikaflex or double-sided tape. And the old badge will well and truly cover that hole if you decide you don't like this type of gun sight bonnet mascot when you go back to our flat badge. Real easy. Well, not real easy, takes a bit of time, but it's not too hard. Thanks.